Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis.
I'm Chris.
And this is CTE, and this is going to be an experience for you. And if you guys didn't know, we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour. And Chris, what's the date? February
4th.
February 4th will be the grudge match. We think. Oh, you know what, Chris?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Think somebody trying to duck the other one? Think Trey trying to duck Thomas? You think Thomas trying to duck Trey? Who you think one of them trying to duck the other?
Fact, all I can say is I don't know what Thomas is doing. I'm sure he's preparing, but I know if it is, it's not from the side of ATL.
All right, let me ask you. All right, there's one more thing I'm gonna ask this question.
Okay, go ahead.
Thomas ain't fought in years until this year, right?
Right.
And he was training. He got himself back in shape. He said he needed a couple months to get back in shape to get to them, right?
Yeah, right. He started getting in the groove.
Yeah, but now he's getting that extra time kicking in.
Right.
More training, more reps, more.
Yeah, because Thomas ain't no slouch.
Exactly. So is it you think?
I don't know who Thomas Wright is, but
so I'm just saying. So is he getting? You think he's getting his timing? You think he's getting everything starting to come back even more? Because you could train for a couple months and you be partial, but the more time you training,
right? And from what I've been seeing online, who some of his training partners have been like, and continue to be like, this could shape out to be a little bit more interesting than a lot of people would think.
I'm just curious as to how
I know. Just how. Where I stand on this.
You're in Atlanta, so
I am in Atlanta.
And one of the people fighting is on Team ATL.
It is true. He knows the coach.
He does. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah, man. And I want to see some moving and some shaking, and what else might transpire, if we might get some announcements soon now that we got the date set and squared away for the 4th.
I thought after all the holidays get out the way, I think
Jess is gonna drop probably something right before.
No, I'm saying I think more competitors are willing to sign up, because if you were gonna do it in December, I got this, I gotta go to this Worlds, I gotta go do this, I gotta go to this tournament, I gotta go. It's like it's February 4th, right there, smack dab in the middle, couple weeks after the start of the season. So it's the weekend after the Arctic Oak Challenge in Michigan. Plug. You guys will be hearing us promote them. I got this stupid cough. That's just I don't know how to.
There's another tournament here in Georgia that weekend too.
Really? Oh yeah. It is.
And then the weekend before that, whack.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be good first couple of weeks of the year. So I may take a vacation before all that happens.
Some warm and tropical.
Yeah, just get out, get some warmth, get out of there. All right, Chris, how was your week in Atlanta?
It's been kind of dry weather here. Rainy or whatnot, just kind of but I mean everything else is going pretty darn fantastic, so no complaints there. Working hard, doing the whole little shit. I don't get to live the life of traveling and whatnot, so I know you're down in the sunny state of Florida right now.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
How's my home state treating you?
They're all right, man. No, actually my aunt came down for my aunt had celebrating her birthday, so she and they had to take a girls trip. Morgan was down here, so people know. Yeah, Morgan was down here. She went and hung out with everybody, so it was kind of interesting to see. It was interesting to see one side of my family interact with the other side of the family, because it rarely ever happens, right? Yeah, it's like we're all the way up in Detroit, Florida. Literally,
Detroit is here.
Yeah. Top and the bottom, where it's like,
once every 5 years somebody.
Yeah, it's very rare that they interact with each other. So it was kind of cool to see aunts talking to each other that don't ever talk to each other. So it was kind of interesting to see that dynamic, and it was a cool little thing. To see. That was this week. That was this weekend. I am, as you guys are going to hear me coughing because I got a cough that just won't go away. Got phlegm coming out. Yeah, just to let y'all know. But it is what it is. But it's been 2 weeks. I'm finally feeling better than I have in the past 2 weeks. So I'm just happy.
Man, last week you ain't look too great, bro. You look like you was struggling a little bit.
Yeah. So it is what it is. I tell y'all, man. Y'all gonna hear some coughing. All right, I got my water here to try.
Yes, to relieve you. I got a Kool-Aid jammer and some Skittles.
Yeah. All right. So because wait, you can know I got.
I know you got tunes.
I do. Chris's favorite song. Your favorite song, Chris.
I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my.
How about having?
Make my wish come true. For Christmas.
MAiN good.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Trap.
There is just one thing I need.
No, I'm talking about for me. I'm not talking about.
I heard.
Don't care about the present underneath the Christmas tree.
All right, people. We're gonna play that when we go out, so y'all can relax, y'all. Whatever. All right. But because it's Christmas time, it's the end of the year. People, that means we are getting ready for the Martial Arts Center Network Awards, aka the MAiN Awards. You know what I mean? So this is the MAiN Awards because all the other awards don't mean it as much as the MAiN Awards.
That's right. Because we are the MAiN Awards. I mean, come on.
We are the MAiN Awards. Yes, it's in the name. People know this. All right. We are going to start with that, but real quick, we're going to be in Orlando this weekend.
Yeah, I know.
There's a reason why we're going to be in Orlando this weekend.
Oh, okay.
We're going to see Karate Combat. Actually, I need to get tickets. I didn't even think about that. Hey, I need to talk to somebody and get some tickets. I gotta look that up.
Let me make a phone call.
Yeah, I got
a friend. Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, I had to think about it.
Right?
Yeah, I just thought about it like that.
Get a press pass.
Yeah. That would be dope if I can get that. You know what I mean? I would love that.
Okay.
All right. But yes, Karate Combat is this weekend. The main is it the main event? Yeah, it is the main. It's Raymond Daniels, sir, and he's fighting some guy, some random guy.
He's not random, bro.
I don't know. I honestly don't know who he's fighting. I can't remember the guy's name.
Let me pull it all up. Hold on. You all right over there, bro? You flashing out on me. I don't know where we at. I'm looking it up, though. There we go. Hey, how you doing? You back in business?
The crazy thing about this whole thing is that I have not had internet issues all day, and all of a sudden I started wanting to have internet issues right now. Like, what is this about? Like, I have no idea what's happening right now.
Almost had a screenshot, you big dog. Interim welterweight championship. Rafael, I am not going to even try to.
See?
I gave. He's from Azerbaijan. He fought on the last.
That's a real place?
Yeah, big dog. Him and the dude that Ross fought
are from Azerbaijan.
Yep.
All right. I don't know where that is. Where is that? Is that Europe?
In the Middle East. Close to like I think like around Jordan, Kazakhstan, like in that little Kazakhstan, like in that little area.
Okay.
Now you're gonna make me click up in another one so I can find out where this is. So I'm gonna be like talking all bad. People from listening to Crowded Combat gonna talk about us.
Look, man, I'm just trying to figure out where this place is. Yeah. Well, so that's gonna be the main event.
It's next to Armenia and Georgia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, and the Russian Federation. There you go. Those are the countries that surround it.
It's basically a place I'm never gonna go.
Yes. Them dudes is hard dudes. I fought a dude from Azerbaijan in continuous at WKA's in 05 or something. Man, that was a hard dude.
05 was 17 years ago.
Man, I don't need to know all that, man. I was just remembering some stuff.
Just saying,
gotta do me like that.
That's a high school senior. Hey, yo, that's a long time, sir. Jeez. But yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. A person basically had a whole
life.
School. Yeah, a whole
life experience in that time.
Yeah.
Dang, a school. They had 4 or 5 years before they got in that joint.
Hey, that's just
all right. So continue.
Yeah. Back to
Raymond's fighting a dude from Azerbaijan. And
I dare you to pick the other guy to win this fight.
Who, me? Nah, you're tripping.
Dare you.
Nah, you're tripping.
Yeah, no. Of course, we got to go with hometown.
That's RD. That's our dizzle.
Chris,
oh man, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, that's what I think. It's more serious. But what you're about to say about this?
No. I was just talking about the bantamweight, the 135 championship. The dude from Ireland, Shemaev or whatever, and he's fighting Jesus Lopez. Listen, that dude from Ireland is ill. That kid is good. That young man is good. I watched him. He fought on the same card as Robbie.
Okay.
He fought for the title and he was good. Now he can fight.
I watched that card. I may have to go back and see who he is.
But yeah, Raymond's the only American fighter on this one.
Really? Okay. Since this is my first time going to Karate Combat, what can I expect? Being in the building of
the energy is good. The crowd is good. Everybody gets a little hyped up. Nobody gets like belligerent or it's not that kind of crowd. Like it's good. All the views are good from the bleachers. By the way, they got the seats and stuff. Or if you get down in the stands where you can walk around by the barriers. It's like the whole setup's good. The benches are uncomfortable. You probably gonna stand most of it, or you're gonna bring a little extra sweater to sit on. But it's not the most comfortable seating. I mean, it's a backlot of Universal, so that's why they do a bunch of TV shows. They're not gonna have like a bunch of super comfortable plush, pillows and stuff.
I mean, it's Disney. They got enough money.
It's Universal. It ain't Disney. It's Universal.
All right, it's Universal. They got enough money to afford to put some little cushioning there. They
have nothing to do that for nobody. They put all the big LED lights with all the background sceneries, and they got the GSPs and the Boss Rootins coming down, and they do it like that. So, and they don't care about your booty. They care about the viewers at home.
I'm just curious to see how all this plays out and how this all runs together.
If I remember correctly, this dude is not that tall. The guy Raphael that Raymond is fighting.
Yeah,
he is not super tall. Let me see if I can pull up his height. Like neither one of the dudes from Azerbaijan looked very tall.
I'm hoping to see a better version of Raymond this time out. The last time I was looking at he was going too much for the highlight instead of working his way through. So I'm really looking for the better version of Ray in this one.
Raymond is fighting the Shotokan stylist, who is 5 feet 5 inches tall at 171 pounds.
Interesting.
Your face said everything that I was thinking. So, listen, I don't think we're going to have a problem with is I don't think we're going to have a low kick.
Well,
we're going to go with this fight.
I hope not, but not from Raymond. But
well, fair enough. Fair.
The thing I was thinking about was that like, because he's so small or short, I will say
short,
height disadvantage.
Yes.
Is if he's going to have to work his way into Ray.
Yes.
To try and how old is he?
30. How old is he? What's this? Height doesn't say.
But him being from that country, Azerbaijan or whatever, you say Azerbaijan.
Yes.
Hey, there we go. Azerbaijan, yeah, that place. Because of that, I'm curious. I'm going to assume he has a chin. I'm going to assume this.
Yeah.
All right. I'm assuming he's going to be a tough person.
Yes.
They're going three rounds, or they're doing since it's the interim.
It's for interim title fight, so it would be 5.
Okay.
Hey, Randy got a 10-inch arm advantage, 10-inch reach arm advantage per arm.
I'm going to say Ray's got to put him away early. Ray's got to put him away in the first 3 rounds.
Okay.
Because the guy's going to be trying to walk Ray down. Right. If he's smart, but and Ray with so much movement can tire his legs out a little bit. Ray's going to have to put him away early. Because otherwise he's just going to win it 3-2. I think he has to. Ray's going to have to put him away early. I think if he puts him away early, I'm looking around the end of the second, mid third round, somewhere around there.
I'm going mid to late second round. This was where I'm thinking.
He's going to have to put enough. But if that guy just won't go away, it's going to be could be a little frustrating in that fourth round.
Look more like the Ross's title fight.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit frustrating. So it's going to be like, okay, all right, he's just going to have to pick his shots. Ray. I don't think Ray's going to be afraid to throw something.
No,
Ross was a little too hesitant throwing things in that fight.
No,
Ray, that's not Ray at all.
No, we have a complete contrast of styles too from Raymond's last fight, where the guy kind of backpedaled and moved around and tried to run on Ray, to where I believe Rafael is going to push the pressure. He's going to move a little bit. And he's going to duck in, and he's going to try to pull Raymond into a tight space and then close the gap.
He's going to try and negate that.
And try to smother. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how well that's going to work because I don't know. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
At 5'5" and 6'2", kind of.
Are low kicks a thing?
Calf kicks only. Yes, no thigh kicks, only calf.
Okay. All right, this is gonna be interesting to see. We're gonna watch. I'm gonna see how many jump turn side kicks he's gonna hit him with right in the first round.
3.
You think 3? Think he's gonna get 3?
Yeah, I think he'll get 3.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yes, that's this weekend. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to have my first karate combat experience.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to it. So Nod's got to actually get a ticket. Didn't even think about that. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, damn, I should probably got a ticket. Yeah. All right. So now with that being said, MAiN Awards.
Let's do it.
Internet Work Awards. So
come on,
Chris. We're gonna start off with. I'm gonna give you. How are we gonna do this? I'm gonna give you a category. Now I picked out who I believe are going to be the nominees and who are they're going to be, right? And it's pretty in stone unless you come up with a good reason for somebody else to take somebody out.
Right.
But I think I did a good job. I looked back. I went through every tournament, national and international tournament this past year and looked to see who did what in what divisions. And if a name continuously came up and they won that division or won a grand championship, they were eligible to be in there. And the people who had the best chance or the most impressive, I felt like they were put in here. So I'm going to start off. We're going to start off with the men CMX weapons.
Dawson Holt, Rashad Eugene.
2 more. I did 4 for each one of these.
You did 4.
Yep.
Since you didn't do juniors, are you going to count Esteban? I don't think you're going to count Esteban as an adult. Who else you got? Jake and Connor? Or who else? No, I don't know about Connor for performance this year. Jake did well with the CMX, and then what's the kid's name? He does Bo, I think. Who's your fourth?
Well, I did not do Jake or Connor in the CMX weapons. Okay. So the last two, you did get Rashad and Dawson, of course. You did get those two correct. I think the third one, you were like, okay, I get it. Because he has won some overalls.
Okay.
It is Alex Mancias.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alex Mancias.
No, absolutely. Yes.
The fourth one, I think you're going to look at me like,
huh? Okay.
Maybe. All right.
Okay.
I'm about to share my screen so you see it.
Oh, you ready. Okay.
I did a graphic. I did a graphic for the first three. I'm gonna post them out tomorrow, but I did a graphic for the first three.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at all.
Not
at all.
He wants it. Just every time I saw it, he won the 30+ grand in CMX. It was like, is Kevin Kowalczyk? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Off Team Revolution, he won the 30+ grand every just about every tournament that I saw. His name was just right there at the top, and he kept winning those grands, winning overalls. And I'm like, if you're going to do CMX weapons, he had a bang up year.
I do not disagree with that at all. I love the fact that you put in 30 pluses in there with that as part of the men's group. Shout out to the director for that. I 100% agree with these four. Alex has had a really good year. Got a diamond.
He's been there.
I always think about Alex as a fighter.
All right.
Listen. I'm not saying he got to do nothing. Trust me. Me of all people, they ain't got to tell nobody they got to pick nothing. You do what you want to do, and as long as you can do well at whatever you want, get it. But yeah, no. Alex is nice. What else? All
right. So we're gonna go to the next division, which is the women's CMX weapons. Can you guess the 4 out of the women's CMX?
I cannot. I got Haley, Sarah, CMX. Does Noelle do CMX? Is she one? Shoot, I feel like that's kind of what I remember through most of the year.
Yes. So those two were the clear-cut favorites.
Correct.
They've had a great year for the CMX weapons. They pretty much were winning. And honestly, it got to be hard to find the last two because it was I kept finding different people who had this almost the same criteria here in this tournament, and I ended up landing on Kaylin Kowalski and Aaron Smith.
Okay.
All right. So those were the two that I kind of
because I think Kaylin wins her divisions.
She won a couple divisions this year. Aaron had won a couple divisions. So it was kind of like, all right, well, here we are. But the two at the top were Sarah and Haley. They just kind of dominated, to be honest with you.
This year,
these two.
Absolutely. Haley's a veteran, long-time veteran, and Sarah is really stepping into her own.
Yeah. So they had a and because Noelle was, I think, the third one out. I think she was the first one out that I was like, all right, maybe, but I think these other women had competed more, and I was like, I'm just going to give
consistency, and regional levels, and nationals, and yep.
And I just looked at it, and I think they did a great job. So, all right, and the last one that actually has a graphic because I haven't finished them yet.
That was the last one with the graphic.
No, this is the last one. This is the MAiN traditional weapons. Announcements. All right, Chris, can you think about who the MAiN traditional weapons were?
Sam, Jake, I'm does CMX. I would have maybe thought about him. Who else? Rashad, because he wins some as well. And no, I couldn't tell you. Dawson, maybe. It's a traditional sword.
You slid in there with Dawson, and this is one of them. Yes. So you got the first. You got two. You got three actually. Yeah, you got three of them. Joey actually popped up a few times for weapons. He popped up a few times for weapons. I did not know that. That's why I was kind of like, whoa. Joey popped. Yeah, he popped up a few times, doing very well. But yes, Jake Presley, Dawson Holt, Samuel Diaz III, and Joey Castro are the men traditional weapons nominees for competitor of the year. Now, I want everybody to know that I am not going to be the only person. These are just the nominations. When we do our end of the year, that they will find out who will be the winner. We will be judging. Everybody will get the chance to make their case and say who should be winning the divisions. I mean, these awards.
Yeah.
All righty. All right.
Women's traditional weapons.
Yes, I still have all of them. I just don't have any graphics.
That's fine.
You want to take a guess at who the four ladies are who are
Haley, Sarah, Kaylin.
Haley and Sarah, correct.
Okay. And
Amber Rutherford.
Amber. I remember that
and
one.
Lane Barrett. Or was it Laney?
Lane Barrett.
Lane Barrett. Those are the four women. Now, this was a little bit difficult for me. I'm going to tell you this real quick. These were the next group. Now we're going to go into the fighters real quick. The women were a little bit difficult because the weight classes.
There's two bottoms and
yes, 2 and 2. But I want everybody to know I did not just look at what happened.
But you only did 3 of the weight classes for the women and not 4.
Did I not put that other? Yes, it was only 3. It's only 3.
It's super light. Oh, okay, go ahead.
It's light because for the men, it's light, welter, middle, and heavy. Just those 4, right? For the women,
there's also 4, right?
It's 4 total groups.
Right. So you would do the super light and light, and then the welter and the cruiser, or middle weight, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, I still call it cruiser. I'm not calling it middleweight when you're the top weight, but I'm calling it cruiserweight. But the thing is, it was not just fighters who competed in America. I looked at
that was gonna be my biggest question.
I looked at people.
If we were going to look at international competitors.
So there are international competitors on these lists. So that's what made because it's 6 over there, it's 4 over here. I just say, all right, it's going to be 3. It's going to be a lightweight, a welterweight, and a cruiserweight. So those are the divisions, the divisions for them. And it got to be very interesting. I'm just going to tell you that it got to be very interesting. So the lightweight women, can you guess who are the 4 nominees for the lightweight women?
Evelyn, Katana, Francesca, and the girl from Diamond. Katuska. So listen, I hope I'm not butchering her name.
Here's the thing. You said the first woman that you said it was Evelyn. Mm-hmm. This is where things got tricky.
Why?
Because over in Europe, she wasn't in the lightest brackets. Okay. She was fighting, so I put her in welterweight.
Oh, okay. Well,
right.
I just paired that up because I know her and Katana fought in the same division.
Correct.
And that's one of the bottom 2.
Right, but then also she fights up. She fights
2 weight classes.
She fights 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
Katana, I did leave Katana in the women lightweight. She is the women lightweight. Francesca was another one.
Okay.
Jimena.
That's
Jimena. There we go. Jimena was the other one. Yep. And Cassandra.
Because she got 2 wins right away.
Yep.
She got, what did she get? AKA and compete?
I
know she got compete, but I don't remember what.
I
what
went.
else.
I would have to try and see if I can find that sheet.
That's okay. But yeah.
But yeah, so it came down. It was like, oh, okay, all right. And I looked at some of the other.
She didn't come back out the last part of the year. I think she got hurt or something.
Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like, oh dang, okay. And I was trying to find some lightweight Europeans, but it just didn't. Like some of them, they didn't fight well down there. It was almost like Francesca destroyed everybody. It was like,
she was most consistent, and that's why I was like Evelyn as well. But I completely understand why you put her in the middle. You got 2 of the welterweights there. That's why I told you it was a little bit tricky for their weight classes. But you did get 2 of the welterweights for them. You called out Evelyn and Kashuka Sanchez. Oh, see, I thought she would have been light.
Nah.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
And then it was Elena.
Yep.
Pantaleo and Mouse. Mouse Milner actually had.
Mouse had a great year. I was just trying to remember what weight division the other girl from Diamond who won U.S. Open openweight was.
What is her name?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
One Diamond and one U.S. and openweight.
No, she's on Team Diamond. No, I was just saying she's on Team Diamond.
Oh, she's on Team
US
Diamond.
Open. Yeah, she won U.S. Open. Shoot, Melanie had a good year. Well, a good tournament. So,
she had a good tournament.
Yeah, a good tournament. Not out consistent.
Yeah, there was a couple of different ones that I saw that had like a good tournament, and then you just didn't see them.
Right.
Which is going to be the most glaring thing about somebody who's not nominated this year. Just letting you know. So I like I said, I was not biased.
I was waiting.
Because that person only fought one time this year. But now, so let's go to the men lightweight.
All right.
So the men lightweight. Can you guess the 4? Now this one, the men lightweight was kind of interesting to me.
American side: Tyson, Tyreek, Enrique.
Remember, it's lightweight, super lightweight, and lightweight.
Oh yeah, Enrique's up. So Tyson and Ty. The dude from England, I can't remember his name. He did pretty well. Fought in Bristol. I don't know. What were my other 2?
All right, so Tyreek is not. He fought welterweight light welterweight this year. He was fighting light.
Did he?
Yeah, he was fighting light welterweight.
Because I thought it was him and Bailey coming down to overalls a couple times, so that's why I assumed.
Oh, I have to look back then because when I looked at it, I thought he was in light welter when I looked him up in some of these. Maybe I looked at the wrong.
That was just.
But all right, so
I know he fought light welter at Battle because they fought for divisional grades and not overall grades.
So it's Oscar Garcia. He's had a very good year this year. Actually, when I saw it, he had won a few lightweights. He actually had a very good year. Tyson is one.
Okay.
Borislav Radulov. He pretty much ran through both divisions. He was number 1 ranked in both of those lower rankings.
Right.
He just kind of ran through them. And then it was your Florida friend, John Cortolo, who has won a lot of super
John
lightweight.
Cortolo can fight.
Yep. So those were the lightweights. Now to the welterweights. I'm pretty sure you would probably be able to guess 1 or 2 of these gentlemen.
I
already said Tyreek.
I know Tyreek, Elijah, Bailey, and Enrique probably.
So it is Bailey. It is Tyreek. Actually, it's Jack. Okay. Jack, and then Eric Zimmerman. I know what you're thinking.
Okay.
Because Elijah fought middleweight. And he's moved up to -74 now. So he's like a light middleweight or something like that. I think he fought at Ocean State.
He did fight like middleweight, but
exactly. So I'm like, I don't know. See, it gets a little tricky with these things. It's like I don't know what. Hey, look. He fought
Put
light
him
middle.
wherever you put him wherever you want to put him. It's okay. It don't really matter.
I was like, he fought light middle. He's minus
He does fight
74.
74. That is kind of like in the
That's like light middle. So I was like, all right, so I'm putting him there. All right. And then and yeah, Eric Zimmerman had a good year over there in Europe. So
okay.
Now women CMX forms. This one was probably the most lopsided one, the most difficult one to actually, because I was sitting there like, what? Like, I
got two.
I got one.
Two.
It's four, but it's really one. But go ahead.
Well, I got one and Noel.
Yes.
I got Haley and Noel.
Yes, Haley and Noel are both two.
And I say that because I was judging a division at battle where Noel beat Haley in the division.
I think that's why she got in here because
I
saw that
musical or one of them. It was one of those.
Yeah, and I was looking for it. I was like, but it was Noel, it was Haley, Caitlin Vaughn won a few, and Francesca. I don't know Della Strologo.
Okay.
Della Strologo. Her name came up a few times on here in these divisions, but it was like every tournament. It was just like Haley. I was just like, all right, look.
It kind of
it just not for CMX forms. It just was what it was.
Thank you for my fantasy team points.
Yep, and that was a mistake not drafting her. Drafting.
Listen,
I had it.
Yeah,
I actually had it. I messed up on that one. I actually had it back to back, and I messed up on that one. That's my fault.
You absolutely did, and I caught that, and I was like,
yeah, I messed up.
But what's happening was y'all really lucky is I didn't get double points.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can only get 4 points. Nah, fam. If a running back catches receiving points, I mean, he don't get the same as his running points, but he gets something.
He does, but you know what? Hey, they're the ones who did it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All right. Women's traditional forms.
Gabby, Amber, Caitlin, and
this was a kind of a
Laney probably.
It was Rose room.
Okay.
But yeah, those were the four. Yeah, Caitlin Vaughn, Amber Rutherford, and Gabrielle Rudolph. I went with Rudolph instead of Dunn. All right.
My bad. My disrespect. I apologize.
You just said Gabby. You didn't say none of that.
I thought you said Dunn like you said it like I said it. I was like,
no, because it said Dunn. And I was like, nah, I'm putting Rudolph down.
Rudolph.
Yeah. All right. So men CMX forms. Can you guess the four on this CMX men's forms?
Salif.
Yep.
No, not really. Dawson, maybe.
Yes, Dawson. He slid in. Be honest with you, he slid in. It was really
Alex?
between. No. Okay. It was Salif, it was Rashad, and it was Diego Rodriguez Flores.
Yeah. Well, because he wins musical with his traditional. I don't categorize that as a CMX win, even though it's an M win.
It's technically a win, so yeah.
It's an M win. Yeah.
He's in there for CMX forms, which is crazy, but it is.
That is crazy to me, man. I know he's mentioned this a bunch of times. Like I know Jeff and I we weird out on that, but like I mean, it's cool. He winning.
Yep. All right. Men traditional forms.
Joey, Mason, Sam, Edgar.
Sam popped up. He was close, but somebody actually got more, which was Cameron Klaus. Actually got.
Because Cameron kicked it in at the last end.
At the last part of the year, Cameron kicked it up.
Diamond, Cameron Klaus.
But there was it was actually Mason, Joey, Cameron, and Sushi.
I didn't know. Yeah,
because he wins Korean every time. It's just like, yo,
gotta stop posting, but I mean he'll start winning overalls.
No, It's Jeff. Jeff is
Man, you see
nominated.
that text? I was dying.
Yeah, I did see that.
I saw
All right.
live on the Sorry.
So the last three, well, technically that was four. All right, men middleweight.
Okay.
It is. We already said Elijah, so yes, Elijah is there. Yes.
Ooh.
Like you're about to say a person's name that popped in your head. It's like, yeah, he has one. So
Right. Yeah, Brandon.
No.
Okay.
No, not Brandon.
What? Coca. Geez, I don't know all the weight classes now. The way you got me all messed up in Europe.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead. It's Elijah, Kevin Walker, the birthday boy.
Yep.
Oscar Guzman. Coca has won a few,
yeah.
and came on late with his win at Caps. Christian. Yep. Coming on late. Yeah.
Diamond win.
Yeah, and Diamonds.
Caps. Oh yeah, he won.
He won Caps too. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, he came on late, but yeah, Christian probably need to put him up for a comeback fighter of the year. Comeback competitor of the year. I didn't even put up that, but you probably need to.
Listen, no, you don't. That's who won. Listen, from one year to the next, from battle to battle, and then to finish out and close out that year. Man, come on. That's a way to bounce back. That really is. That's not for everybody, but that was a good bounce back.
Yeah. All right. Cruiserweight.
Christian.
Women cruiserweights.
Go ahead. No.
All right. Peyton Fender.
Yes.
Danny Allberger.
Yes.
Tina Below.
Okay.
And this one I was struggling on this fourth person, honestly.
Okay.
But it.
You ain't gotta say it like that, bro.
No, because
we're just trying to fill that last slot because there were a couple that were really close.
It was too many people that were deserving.
There's a couple of people I can think of right now that had a pretty good year.
And the person I settled on was Brianna Nurse. With her win at I think her open weight win at American, I believe it was.
She won. Yeah, she won something.
She won something over there. That was I think it was open weight division. She won it, and I think it was American, but I'm not sure. But that's what put her over the top. It was between her and Jody. Excuse me, Jody.
Yep, from Ireland.
Yeah, from Ireland, and I think it was one other person. Actually, it was Lynn, because Lynn
that's why I said in the beginning. I was like, Lynn.
Yeah.
She was the first name that I threw out because I knew the other.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a, and that's what did it for to get Brianna in there. So men heavyweight. Can you take a guess on who's in here for the men heavyweight?
Because he's got one. I guess it would be Cam and Avery.
That is correct.
They got a little bit in there. Maybe Edgar. Who else is up there? I don't think Ant won a lot. Henry Lamb, maybe.
I'm gonna give you a hint. This person, one of them, is in
Chris Aston.
No, that wasn't Chris. But one of them fights in the 30 and the 18, and it was a whole controversy.
Oh, Brian.
Yep.
Brian.
Yeah, it was Brian. And the fourth
Brian won a lot.
Is he did. That's why he was up there. He won that light heavyweight division a lot. And the fourth one is Ricardo Albanese.
Okay.
He's had a really good year in that heavyweight divisions. Now, National Tournament of the Year. I only have 3 of these because I couldn't think of what the fourth one could be, and I was going to hope maybe you can help me with that one. But I can only think of 3 tournaments that I looked at and saw that they had a good turnout, good competition, very low.
Good.
I didn't hear Yeah, I didn't hear a lot
of
about
complaints.
not a lot of
Good
complaints
judging
about
or good
yeah.
whatever, good venue. Blah, 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 blah. Yep.
Yeah. So you want to take a stab at the three that I thought about?
Are you counting the international event?
I am.
Bristol, Battle.
That is. Yep.
Honestly, I feel like I like it. I'm gonna say NGO.
NGO. Oh, no, George Open. I'm like,
I know it's not.
That was the next thing I was.
That's a local national tournament, is what.
But I was going to say I was going to do another one called a regional tournament of the year.
Regional events,
yeah. And I wanted to do another one. I wanted your help on that one.
Do like K-Talk and NGO and like there's quite a few of them. MAiN was good in Florida. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to do
all right, so we'll figure that one out in a few seconds. But the third one was Ocean State.
Listen.
They did a good job this year.
They did a very good job this year.
Yeah. To get that quality of competitors to come out.
They got the competitors, they got the judges, they got the money. Like they did it well this year. They put it, the stage was big. They didn't have like that chintzy stage where you were gonna fall off and you were really worried about falling off. It was like 8x8 with the out of bounds. Come on, man. Like, nah. So like
I was trying to think of a fourth one, but I couldn't really come up with one that was I think AKAs was one of the ones I was thinking about, but then I was like, I don't know, because I don't know. I heard
a good tournament, but there was because there was the rule change thing. It was that I think that was the whole fiasco with that.
That was the rule change
set
one.
That off a little bit. You don't always get all the competitors.
Correct. And you didn't. I don't think they had gotten a lot of turnout that this. I think a lot of people did not go to that tournament this year.
Right.
But then I was thinking about. I was really trying to think. Diamonds was down this year. I was thinking about U.S. Open.
I came right after. U.S. Open was all right this year. It was a little better than last year, but I'm not.
But I wouldn't say
it hasn't built back all the way up to where.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep it at these three, because unless I could think of another one that was a national event that had everybody talking afterwards or thinking afterwards.
Right. I think the two stateside. You're right. Ocean States and Battle.
Bristol, and there was no Irish Open. There was no Point Fighter Cup. I mean, there
was no Best Fighter this year.
No Best Fighter. That's what I was saying. Yeah, it was not.
They had Greece, Austrian got a couple of them.
I thought about Hungary.
There were a few. There were a few Mexican tournaments in Mexico were huge.
Yeah.
Argentina Open was actually a pretty big one that you didn't really hear a lot of. I mean, it's Argentina, so we don't always hear a lot. I mean, it's a great tournament. It's been a really well-run tournament for a long time. But I mean, that might be the other option, honestly.
Yeah, it might be Argentina
with the who's who that went, and you know what I mean. Yeah.
They did pull a lot down there, so maybe. All right, so let's try and figure out this regional tournament of the year.
We had some really good regional events. K-Talk had a lot of people there.
I was thinking more King of New York.
I was like, King of New York. So those are the two NGO. in that region. NGO. Trying to think. There were a bunch of pretty big Texas tournaments.
I was about to go with the newest NASCAR event. It was Texas Open.
Texas Open.
I was thinking about that one.
Because it's on it's even though it's considered World Tour, it's like maybe
I know it's on the World Tour now
or whatever they got going on. It was on this year too.
It was, and it didn't count there.
Yeah. Okay. Ozarks is usually a really good one. They draw a good amount of people over there.
Yeah.
MAiN Challenge is usually
the MAiN Challenge was the other one. I knew it was another one.
That's Florida. That's
MAiN Challenge. They had a good one.
Karate USA. Trying to think of any like that I would remember from the West Coast. I know the league, they do their year in finals at Reno, which is always pretty good. I haven't really got the chance to look up and see what they did. Jack's tournament was pretty good sized. I mean, competitor wise, you got to build it, but he'll get in there soon.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stick with King of New York, North Georgia Open, and MAiN Challenge.
I'm down with the 3. Keep it with the 3 and the 3 for the tournaments.
Yeah. Those 3.
Man, no team of the year, no competitor, no coach of the year, no.
I did not do those, but there still are some that are left that I have not filled out. And the reason why I haven't filled them out is because it's almost like, can you win these if you didn't win the other ones? Right. So I have women overall forms, men overall forms, women overall weapons, men overall weapons, women fighter of the year, men fighter of the year, male performer of the year, and woman performer of the year. When I say performer, that means weapons and forms.
Okay.
You're performing. You're a performer. That's what it is.
For me, the trio of Dawson and Ben, and then Esteban and Ben, and then them 2 winning the bladed team sync or whatever, the form sync, and then the weapon sync, and then they go just competing against each other. That's pretty high performance level. I think that's dope. I really
those young men down there.
Those 3 that go whippersnappers. I think at least 2 of them are in the adult division now. Ben is probably
Esteban
creeping up. Esteban and Dawson. Dawson was there all year. Esteban did it in Toronto. I think Ben will be there next year. Maybe Ben's got 1 more year. I think Ben's got maybe 1 more year. But I don't know. Yeah, right. That's a dope little trio right there.
All right. Well, that is all for now, people. Unless Chris has nothing more, because we are going to tell you guys who the winner of all these different divisions, these different awards are. I think we will go live with it. I think we might go live.
What are we gonna do? We can do polls and stuff, or we just gonna vote?
So I'm going to be posting all of these the nominees.
See, knew I had to pull it out either directly.
Yeah. I'm gonna be posting all of these in there, so you guys can drop a line and think who you guys think should win. Probably put some polls up, and yeah. It's what it is. But yeah, people. That's gonna pretty much do it. Russ.
Yeah.
We're gonna head
till we get some more news about the aliens.
Yeah, I know, right? Something just did happen. Did you see that something just flew out of our orbit? Something flew out of our orbit, people. That's sped up, slowed down, and then sped up again. Like it's just like, yo, that does not happen unless you are, something going on.
They're preparing us, bro. These movies is preparing us, bro. Don't get it started. All right, let's not get started. All right. It'll be an experience.
Oh. See y'all out next week, man. After we'll be talking about karate combat, we'll be talking about.
Yes, we will. We can't hear nothing you saying.
Make sure you tune into Inside Scoop. Make sure you tune into
Fist Kicks and Fix.
Yeah, so we are going to be out of here, people. We'll see y'all next week. Make sure y'all share everything we do. We out.
Oh, I won't ask for much this Christmas.